Welcome to the Executive's Guide to Navigating the Information Universe series. Con Consulting's team over the next few months will present a series of different presentations related to how to navigate the complexities of today's information world. This series will provide an overarching understanding of everything information impacting your company. This series will provide executives and compliance-related professionals an overview of today's advances in technology and how they are increasing revenue, improving customer satisfaction, and reducing cost, all while they are complicating an organization's ability to comply with laws and regulations and increasing their risk profile as new information types are brought into a company that companies are not traditionally used to managing. Please stay with us for the first episode in this series called Information Matters. Let's get started with Series 1, Information Matters. Consider how different the world is now from when the 21st century began. Most of the companies transforming the business landscape today didn't exist just a few years ago. Technology is impacting the business world at an ever-increasing pace as it allows companies to do business in new ways. With every new technology comes new information-related business benefits, as well as legal and compliance risks and challenges. As rich as the rewards can be for seeing information as a new revenue source, a novel opportunity, or new business direction, it is important to also see related risk and potential liability. We all see changes to the way services are provided and goods are selected and delivered every day now. We all see laws and regulations advancing to address new technologies. We all see new information generated on a daily basis. Executives need to be more involved in guiding the organization on the use of new technologies that will generate new information to help reduce costs, improve customer service, increase revenue, and provide many more benefits to the organization. Compliance professionals such as risk managers, privacy officers, compliance officers, information governance officers, records managers, CIOs need to find a way to say yes to new technology and figure out how to reduce any potential risk associated with using or deploying that technology. Innovation and growth are fueled in so many ways by information. The winners in the new data-driven transformative era have a handle on their information assets. They know how to exploit them. They can readily unearth business answers from data, and they can do all that in compliance with laws and regulations. Those who master their information universe will win. Mastering the information universe has both a business and legal side. Companies that create and nurture an information culture can better predict their customers' needs, exploit markets, and conjure up new business possibilities. Similarly, companies that have their information act together are better able to protect their legal interests, comply with privacy regulations, and mitigate pain and inconvenience of discovery in the context of a lawsuit. As a leader, you must make sense of your organization's information universe so you can apply the right governance rule to the information. So what are the examples of new technology advances that are causing information governance challenges? Let's start with the Internet of Things, or IoT devices. They are a network of connected devices, vehicles, and appliances that are equipped with sensors, software, and connectivity which enables them to collect and exchange data. These can include smart home systems, wearable fitness trackers, implanted medical devices, autonomous vehicles, and similar devices that are in our homes and pretty much everywhere we go today. Identifying and managing the data generated by these devices can present significant challenges to organizations. The data may be stored in multiple places, such as on the device, in a temporary cloud location before it's actually transmitted to the final storage place, back in the organization, or to a third party. The data needs protected and managed in accordance with company policy in each storage location, and it also needs a predictable end of life in each storage location. Let's move on and talk about artificial intelligence technology, or AI for short. AI refers to the development of computer systems that can perform tasks that typically require human intelligence, such as speech recognition, making decisions, and solving problems. AI is used in a variety of industries, including healthcare, finance, and retail. Pretty much all industries are using AI today. For example, AI can be used to analyze medical images to identify signs of disease or to help personalize product recommendations for customers based on their purchase history. Most often, AI tools need to be trained to behave like a human. Managing the training data that is used in the process and continuously as the AI systems are learning and becoming smarter can present many challenges for an organization on governing that data and protecting that data. The output from AI technology also has to be managed in accordance with laws and regulations and business need. It may contain, for example, sensitive information like personal identifiers of people or company intellectual property. Let's talk about one more example causing challenges for organizations, and that's data lakes and data warehouses. They are growing exponentially in organizations. They are central repositories for storing and managing large amounts of structured and unstructured data from multiple sources. So they pull data from outside of the company, inside of the company, maybe from finance systems, purchasing systems, customer systems, warranty systems. So the data can also reside in a central location. It can be used to analyze different kinds of data in various ways. They are used to store and analyze data for business intelligence or big data analytic initiatives. An example of that might be a retail company using a data lake to store customer transaction data and analyze it to trend and learn patterns of its customers' behaviors, so it could also make some kind of recommendation about a product enhancement to the design department. Technology is great, but it can also lead to some significant retention and disposal challenges for organizations, as it's typically a secondary piece of data. It resides in its original location in that it's often copied into the data lake or data warehouse, so the original native version is not disrupted back in its home database. Now you have a copy, for a better way of explaining that, sitting in the data lake and data warehouse. The copy also has to be managed in accordance with laws and regulations, and it has to have a predictable end of life. And it's very important that it has a predictable end of life, because you're basically duplicating your company's footprint when you're copying it into these data lakes and data warehouses. Identifying the information that these three examples can generate, receive, transmit, share, sell, can be overwhelming for an organization. Often the product or service the company offers is where this type of information is being used or managed, which is usually out of the purview of the IT department. It is often not considered part of product development's responsibilities after the product has been put to market or available to its consumers. The data can often be overlooked when it comes to policies and governance, because it doesn't have a clear data owner to ensure that rules are established after the product or the initiative has been deployed. Let's talk about the struggle most companies are dealing with as information becomes a new product or revenue stream. We've entered yet another new phase where companies now routinely package their information and sell it to third parties as a new source of revenue. The confluence of artificial intelligence technologies, IoT device data, and robotics will only further grow the potential of the information as a revenue source movement for companies in the next decade. From a legal perspective, this creates many new questions. For example, is it appropriate, legally and ethically, to sell such information? And does selling the information violate any contractual obligation or privacy rights? You need to know those questions before you start selling information. The harnessing of information can truly be a life or death pursuit. And where it is not saving lives, it's helping to reshape the global economy. What will become clear as you watch this series is that the way information is managed is now directly related to a company's fiscal health and competitive advantage, and it may, in fact, be a matter of its well-being, if not life or death. The only way information can make businesses faster, better, cheaper, and legally compliant is when information initiatives get the attention, funding, and vision they need by engaged decision makers. Navigating the expanding information universe has gotten much more complex and material to a company's bottom line. All leaders of all companies need to see information as a valuable asset, without which the company will fail. It will require senior business leaders to lead and coordinate their efforts with legal, compliance, privacy, and IT leaders within the company. Let's wrap up the Information Matters episode. Let's summarize the 3 key points from today's session. First, new technology is changing the world and complicating how companies manage it. Complying with laws, regulations, and business needs is becoming very complex, especially if you operate in more than one jurisdiction. The second key point from today's session is that information is a critical asset and will play a key role in the future of your company. And last, leaders need to get on board and guide the organization on how to use and manage information to be competitive. I hope to see you next time for episode 2, which is on learning from transformative movers and becoming a transformative mover. If you want to contact us at Con Consulting to discuss this episode or just discuss any information related challenges your corporation may be dealing with, please feel free to reach out to us at info@conconsultinginc.com, or you can call me, Annette, at 989-763-6611. You can find more information about our firm at conconsultinginc.com. We do have a regular blog on that website that you can also follow. And we post regularly on LinkedIn and Facebook on our current thinking about things that are going on in the world that impact corporations and the information that they manage.